Dre Greenlaw, who's playing like an all-pro right now. I want to ask you how good you think he is. To me, you could argue that after Nick Bosa, he's the best player on the Niners defense, or the guy making the biggest impact. No disrespect to Talanoa Hufanga, Travarius Ward, anyone else, but this guy's amazing.
He's incredible. I know I'm going to write out later about he's Pro Bowl caliber right now. He's at Pro Bowl level, but that's just the floor. I feel like he's going to get disrespected and not get the all-pro looks that he should. Maybe he'll get a vote, but he's not that prominent of a name yet where people are going to really like elect him. He's been, I mean, come on. He's not playing the best ball since rookie season 2019 when he came down just storming and that when he started against the Seattle Seahawks Monday night, had that pick, almost was the game sealer for the 49ers. I mean, ever since then, what's really been stopping him? Injuries, a little bit of undisciplined play, not a little bit, a lot of bit of undisciplined play. And that's kind of what you saw early in the year, right? You know, the Chicago game, he kind of had several gasps. It was like, Dre Greenlaw, what are you doing, bro? And kind of saw it last year too, but injuries with his groin and everything else. And then now you've seen that he's cleaning up the last month or so. It's like, okay, now all the good things you've been doing, even when you were playing like a bonehead, is even more emphasized because you're not hurting the defense. You're almost carrying it to a degree. You're making like the game-changing plays that we don't see, that we haven't been seeing in years. So, my God, he's all over the place. I always described him in 2019 when I first saw him. I was like, this guy's just a speeding bullet / heat-seeking missile. Yeah. He just goes anywhere the ball is, and he's going to just burn straight to you and through you. You don't want to have the ball in around Dre Greenlaw, and you can ask Tyreek Hill about that the other week.
What's interesting about him is, like, the Niners, he's another player they kind of backed into. They wanted his type of player at linebacker, but he wasn't the first plan. The first option was Reuben Foster. They spent a first round, traded up to draft Reuben Foster in round 1 to be what Dre Greenlaw is right now. And he wasn't. He was just a flop in a lot of ways. Then they went to fix the problem. They went and signed Quan Alexander, coming off a torn ACL.
What's that money. First?
Yeah, but he still. The way I saw it was they signed Quan, they drafted Dre Greenlaw same year, and to me, Dre Greenlaw was better from Quan from day one. Nothing against Quan. Quan was good too. But Dre Greenlaw was better. And Quan started because he was older and he was making the money. And then eventually he got hurt and Dre Greenlaw just got to start. And I thought defense improved. He started in the playoffs. Defense was great. And then last year he didn't play much. The defense was still really good. But now you're seeing what kind of an impact he makes when he's out there. And he's playing like the best I've seen a linebacker on this team play since Patrick Willis. I think he's maybe better than Navarro Bowman was. Maybe better than Fred Warner was ever. I mean, he's that good. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. He's so fast. He hits so hard.
Fast. He might be
extremely violent.
I don't know.
He's faster than Bowman was.
I mean, it's definitely no one's hurting the case if you're saying this is the first time we've seen Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman together, and this is a reincarnation basically of those two. I mean, they're both fast. They both play the run well. They both play defense and pass defense great. It's just. I mean, like the Niners luck into these linebackers. I mean, it's just incredible. There's no way you're going to tell me
it's not luck. Let's not say luck. I think they have a great linebacker coach, and I think they've shown that they know how to scout it and develop the position better than any other team.
They identified Fred Warner as that in 2018 because even though he was getting run on a very putrid team, like you said, they signed Quan Alexander to be that new Robin Foster. Then Dre Greenlaw was just to add more depth, and it's not like I mean, Fred Warner was number 48 in 2018. That tells me that he wasn't a linebacker that they cared for. He was a special teams guy, and again, but.
Well, he was a project, remember? He was a DB in college. He was like a freaking nickelback in college.
Yeah, he was. Exactly. So that's why he gets his speed from. That's why he's a heavy hitter, too, because he got that little safety in him. So absolutely. I think it's just the way it's just come about. I mean, I know Quan was a whiff, but, like, hey, you got Fred extended. He's top 5, top 8 linebacker. You got Dre Greenlaw, who's easily looking like a top 5, top 8 linebacker. And
Aziz
definitely slept on still. He's definitely top 15, top 20. Yeah. I know injuries kind of.
You got Marcelino McCrary Ball waiting in the wings. That dude's
yeah, so it's like they got, but they got all these linebackers going good for them, and it's just. I mean, Dre Greenlaw he's just finally happy that injuries number one has stopped him from holding himself back because that's really was always the unfortunate key. And then he's cleaned up. He's more disciplined now. Now he's more sure-handed. You saw last week. I don't know if you stayed for his press conference, but I heard him say like. Yeah, so many times, like, I just wanted to come down early on those checkdowns early. So that's him, like, restraining himself, that like, almost like that that bulldog in him that just wants to go and attack and just like knock people out. So thank God him for being disciplined. He's able to be so much more polished.
Yeah, he's a hell of a player.